Bridget Akasisi, the director of SWOPA. Can you give us the meaning of Akasisi?
Akasisi, that is the name of my dad. And like literally it's, I don't forbid anything. That is the literal
that's the literal translation
of Akasisi. But then the dad named him that Sesala Kasihiri Tlapanana.
Okay. Sesala Kasihiri Tlapanana.
Like say, let's say what is happening to me today can also happen to you.
Okay.
So.
Okay. Well. So okay. So anything at all can happen to anyone. So when you are in a situation, don't feel like you are.
That's just all.
That's just all.
Or it is for that person alone. Anybody can also.
Whether it's good or bad, it can happen to anybody at all.
Sure.
SWOPA fully means Sirigu Women, Pottery and Art.
Sirigu Women's Organization for Pottery and Art.
Sirigu Women Organization for Pottery and Art.
Yes.
I've been getting it wrong so many times. Okay. How is SWOPA doing now?
They're doing well, I would say, because COVID-19 really hit hard on hospitality and tourism generally.
Okay.
Not only in Ghana, to talk about Upper East. And so, but we are still there.
Okay.
We have a few visitors coming in.
Okay.
And our hospitality inn is also moving slowly.
Okay.
With community patronage, and maybe if people are doing their workshops, they call on us to supply catering, to do catering services, render catering services to them. Okay. So that's how we are living.
Package, the stimulus package or whatever.
Yeah.
Did you apply?
We did.
And you had it?
We had it.
Oh, thank God.
We did, and we had one. The NBSS I own. The cup.
So, do you think like what was the amount okay for your business?
Yeah, it's okay, but because as it has even hit us hard, business is not moving like that. So if you get much money and you even produce, who will buy?
Who will buy? Did you have to take decisions like laying off your staff?
Yes. As of now, we were about 12, and now we are working there. So we are working there. So 50% of the staff is gone. Leaving 50%. And we had to do so because if you keep them there, you can't pay. And I will not come to work at the end of the month to say you haven't had enough money, so you can't pay me. If you don't pay, then it keeps being a burden on the organization. Anytime you get money, you have to use it and pay. So the best was to lay off. If we come back fully and there's the need, then we can bring them back. We also have some few individuals who also request for our artworks.
Okay.
Some request for pottery, some request for painting works, some also request for baskets.
Okay.
So that is what we have been living on.
Okay.
Yeah.
So by request, that's like they place orders and you make
orders and we make and supply.
And they pay for it.
Yes.
Who are the main patrons of your art? Your artwork?
Our artwork. It is foreigners.
Foreigners? The local people are not buying them?
No, not much.
Why do you think local people are not buying the artwork?
I don't want to be so general, but Africans, we admire art, but we don't buy it. We don't want to own it. We just want to admire, but we don't. We Ghanaians, we love to admire art, but to purchase and own it is not part of us. If people are, one gets it and is interested in buying, then the person is also having some specific interest for a particular thing. That's why they are buying them. But we usually don't give artworks as souvenirs and what have you. But they use it as souvenirs. So anybody traveling this far and going back, they buy them to go and give as souvenirs. But here we don't do those things. And they like putting them in their rooms and the rest. Baskets especially, that is what they use most there. Unlike we patronizing the plastics, they are also using the baskets.
The baskets made of straw that are degradable. But we are rather going for the easy one, which is not non-degradable.
That is it. Because they pick them, they even use them for their flowers. They use them when they use and they are not nice again. They use it as manure and what have you. But we are looking for these ones that are killing our animals and the rest. I'm not spoiling somebody's market anyway, but then that is our taste, and their taste is also different. So they are the people who mostly patronize it. We also have a few of us, like in the Pottery side, some few hotels place order for flower vases. The Pottery, that one is mainly in Ghana here, and they use it to put live flowers. Some also request for some of them for their hotels to serve as serving bowls or other things. So that's how it goes.
So with the way things are going, do you think our indigenous art at risk of extinction or something like that?
Yeah, it is, and not completely, because we are able to sell to the foreigners. So because of the economic aspect of it, we keep producing. But if it was just for our own purposes, it would have, by now, it would have been difficult to come across such art pieces. But because of the economic aspect of it, we keep doing them.
Are there young people who are getting interested in doing stuff like this?
Some young people are doing it because they know what their parents are getting from it. Supposing I produce some pots after about 10, and each pot is going for 10 cedis, that's 100 cedis. And they use it, they will experience that. Some are also doing, and it goes for 30 cedis, for 50 cedis per one. Some 70 cedis, even 100 cedis per pot. So if I have 10 of them, that's 100 cedis, 10, that's 1,000 cedis I'm getting from it. So because of that, those kind of parents, they teach their children also how to produce them, and it continues. But when you call the youth specifically to come and get trained in these things, you wouldn't get any of them. Though they have nothing doing, but they are not interested. But those who see their parents with money from those artworks, they are encouraged and they do it.
And they do it. So there's one thing about your art. It's a very unique form of art, and it's something that is indigenous to the people, right? Now you use oil paint for your designs, like the paintings of the walls and whatnot. Like traditionally, that's not how it was, but you had to migrate from that to using the oil paint, right?
Yeah. You're right. Traditionally, we have the pigments that we use for the wall decoration. This is gotten from the ground. They are minerals. The black stone, the white stone, those are normally dark. But the red stone is just like these stones.
Yeah. How did they get them so smooth like?
So because they were using pebbles to smoothen.
So they rub the pebbles on
pebbles
it until it smoothens and sometimes even shines.
Shines, yes. And that shows that you are a good artist. The smoothing, even in the room, they can do it for about 3 days. Because there it doesn't easily dry up. And even some will even emboss some designs on the wall.
I remember my late grandma's room. There were some crocodiles on the wall, and the smooth. It used to be very, when we were kids, it used to be very smooth and shiny.
Yes, that's that. These days we are lazy. We don't want to do those things. We are now using the trail to smoothing. Then we apply things.
And it's like you are saying, it's easier and faster when you use cement. So people don't want to waste time going to do
when
all
you ask
this.
Why they are not doing the local one, they tell you that one, when you do it, the rains comes to wash it down,
and the next year you have to.
What you have to keep each year you have to do it. But with the you asked why we are into oil paint. Yes,
that's the reason.
That's one of the reasons, and the second reason is if the portion is much, you wouldn't get many people going to do it. It means it will take a very long time to do the plastering and putting in the pigments. Secondly, it's even difficult to get the pigments these days. They are minerals that, and with
what are the pigments? Some of us don't even know.
And then this thing. I said black stone,
the red stone, and the white stone.
White stone. You know, because they are more or less minerals they dig from the ground. They are mined from the ground. They don't easily. You can't get them these days. Because everybody is fighting environmental degradation. So unless you have a way of replacing what you are going to mine out, you will not be accepted. They won't accept. They wouldn't allow you to use their portion of land to do that. So it's difficult to get those ones. So we only have them as samples, but you can't get it.
You can't get it.
In larger quantity to do a wall. Again, the community itself is now moving from the traditional architecture of mud buildings to
modern architecture.
Like building with the cement. And because of that, the plastering will also be cement. So even using their hands to do that one, the cement is not good for their hands as well. So
it can irritate their hands.
To do it, but coatal on cement is not also good. It will all come out. So that's why we are using the oil paint for outside. But inside we encourage acrylic because the oil paint is warm. So when you use it for the room, the inside, it makes the place warm. That's why usually we encourage that we should use acrylic, which is also like emulsion. That one keeps the place cooler than the oil one. So most of the times the oil is used for the outer walls, the inner walls is acrylic.
If somebody wants to call
the website, the numbers are there.
The numbers are on the website.
www.swopa.org. That's our email address is also sirigu@yahoo.com. So if somebody sends to me that, then we can try this. If they are interested, then we supply.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you too.